Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I decided to make another travel video because last year I moved to British Columbia in Canada. So I had previously made a video on places to day travel near Toronto when I was living there. So I think I've traveled enough around Vancouver to give you some insight on some awesome scenic destinations and some fun things to do if you're planning a day trip around the Vancouver area. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and let's just get into it. First we have the famous Stanley Park, and in Stanley Park there's basically this seawall that borders like a big rock cliff type thing, if you want to call it that. It's super beautiful. You can see the Vancouver skyline from it. You can take your own bike or you can rent an e-bike or an e-scooter. We rented e-scooters. They're around $20 an hour. I'll put the link in the description below from the place that we got it from, but there's honestly a bunch of rental places in Vancouver and you can just see them everywhere, so any place is a good place to rent them from. Next are two waterfalls that are a bit out of the way. It takes about an hour to an hour and a half to get there, but once you do, it's a beautiful little hike. It's not like an intense hike or anything. But you can walk there, it's free of charge. There's one called Bridal Falls, and it's a beautiful big waterfall. Again, free of charge, go for a beautiful hike. And there's also Cascade Falls. And Cascade Falls is my favorite because I always see rainbows forming on the bottom of it. And there's just like this beautiful river that runs along the bottom of the waterfall. And it's perfect for taking photos. Another place that is within Vancouver is Jericho Beach. Now Jericho Beach is nice for just, you know, a walk with a coffee, but what I like to do at Jericho Beach is kayak. So again, I'll leave the link in the description below for the place that we rented kayaks. I'm not affiliated with any of these things. This is just what we used when we were going to these places. It's about $20 an hour to rent a kayak. You can rent a single or a double, and you basically just can go anywhere you like in the Vancouver area and as far as you can paddle, and then be back to return it on time. You can also take some very beautiful shots of Vancouver during your kayak trip. Next, which is a little bit out of the way, is Whitecliff Park. Now none of these things are like over 2 hours away, so again, you could do all of them as a little day trip. Whitecliff Park has a big rock structure. Again, if you're adventurous enough, you can climb the rock and see a very scenic view of the area. And usually there are a bunch of seals. And we saw baby seals when we've been there. There's a lot of wildlife, a lot of different birds and fish. And if you're lucky, you'll see a whale. We weren't lucky enough to see a whale, but maybe you'll have better luck. Another one of my favorites is Aloutte Lake. There's a bunch of mountains that surround this lake. So again, perfect for taking photos, very scenic. You can go swimming, do a bunch of water activities. I don't think there's anything for rent around that area. We didn't see anything, so bring your own stuff to do water activities. And there's also picnic benches and like a sand area, beach area, so it's good for a day trip and to take the family and just enjoy yourself. Lastly is Capilano Suspension Bridge. So this is about a 140-meter suspension bridge. It costs around $60 a person, depending on age, but it is a beautiful experience in a forest. You walk across a suspension bridge, and sometimes at night it's all lit up, depending on when you go and when you book your ticket. This is probably the most expensive thing on this list, but it's definitely worth checking out. If you have any other questions for me, leave them in the comments below. I hope this video was helpful and that you visit some of these places, and if you have, let me know your experiences or any helpful tips to leave other people so we can all share our travel experiences together and share information, because that's what the travel community is all about. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!